Let's bounce over to the guy that I thought was the star of training camp from my perspective. And I joked about it in my title with the gold jacket Nick Emmanwori. But this is something that Corbin talked about when we did our crossover episode on Saturday and spoke about himself. He mentioned himself. He says, I think this guy's someday going to put on the gold jacket.
I'm making this prediction right now. Nick Emmanwori is going to be wearing a yellow jacket.
Oh,
I am making that prediction right now.
Like to the game today, or
no,
okay,
down the line,
okay.
or maybe he will because he's got. I mean, this dude's got swagger.
He's got some
like intercepting a pass the other day, and then
I thought you were about to tell us he was going to win Rookie of the Year, but you just went straight to Canton.
Yeah.
Look, and this should not surprise people if you've listened to my podcast. You guys that have been at camp have seen this guy. They had to measure him with a hole in the ground and his feet standing in it because he is not 6'3". Like, I watched him stand next to Reek Woolen, who is 6'4", every bit 6'4". He's taller than Reek Woolen.
Jeez.
And they list him at 220. I watched him standing next to a couple linebackers listed in the upper 230s, and he's bigger than them. Yeah, he's 6'4 and a half, 235. And you talk to anybody else that's been on the sideline, I've talked to a bunch of other reporters, and we all agree. Like, he is just...
We need a recount.
He made a play yesterday. They ran a sweep out of the backfield with Zach Charbonnet, and Charbonnet was a low 4.4 guy. He ran from the opposite side of the field and got to him at the sideline before he even turned up. Didn't even get to the line of scrimmage. That's the kind of speed we're talking about here. The second pick he had earlier this week, where I'm telling you, Jalen Milroe was doing what every other quarterback would have done. That. You know what? I'm just going to throw it where nobody's going to get it. You forgot you have an X-Men on your defense.
Was it the diving interception? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where coming in at 6'4 and a half, he can pivot and he can extend full extension and get his hands underneath, and he's got receiver hands, so he was able to. I mean, that was an incredible pick. I cannot wait to see what that guy is going to do when they get into game situations, because I have seen nothing suggesting to me that Mike McDonald is going to have an easy time getting him off the field at any point.
No, it's a good problem. But those 3 interceptions, too, to your point, were all these aren't overthrows. These aren't the quarterback at a tip in the air. They were all him making jumps on routes, making great plays on routes, being in the right spot.
The one at the beginning of the week, when I was watching it from the radio row, I thought, oh man, that was a really bad decision by Jalen Milroe. I watched the replay from a different angle when the Seahawks posted on their social media. I'm like, no, it looks like Brady Russell is open.
He baited him.
But then he baited him. And when you got a 6'4 and a half guy that baits you like that, like he just comes in and picks up that ball like a loaf of bread. I mean, look, I don't like to get the hype train rolling with rookies too much, but dang it, this is a 2035. What are those missile trains that they're trying to build that you can go from LA to New York in like 45 minutes or whatever the heck it is? That's Nick Emmanwori in football terms.
And I think if anybody that's covered or watched Corbin for a long period of time knows that he's not a guy that speaks in that kind of hyperbole. And he's speaking about that. I can only imagine how Nick's looked prior in some of the other practices that Corbin's seen. But just in the practices I saw, he had 2 interceptions. I think he had another near miss pick. He was a monster when you rushed him off the edge. He was active in the run game. He's chasing plays down. He looks fast on the football field. He looks just like a guy moving at a different speed that also has different length on the football field. The plays he made in the interception, the one he made on Milroe up the field, where I think Milroe was just trying to throw it away and he steps up in front of the route. I mean, straight out of kind of like a Richard Sherman kind of play on a 9 route. And then you've got the one where he's able to tip the ball up to himself in the back of the end zone, back to his hands to go make the pick on that one, to be in the right place there where he makes the play happen. He's not just lucking into these plays. This kid is a monster. This kid looks like a beast. And it's going to be really fun to see how his fit goes in with this defense. You did get to see a little bit more about Witherspoon on the outside because of this, because there was a little bit of kicking then Emmanwori into sort of that slot positioning so he could operate out of that place. But then Witherspoon looked pretty good on the outside too. Had a near miss pick on the outside on one of the days, and then had an absolutely just fantastic pick on Marquez Valdes-Scantling on a fade route down in the end zone where he just bodies him up, doesn't let Scantling stack him, stays up in front of him, kind of almost runs it like a receiver where you'd pin the corner on your back, and then the ball's coming in, the receiver's got no pathway to the ball, and then just you can go make the play. And Witherspoon went and made it. He is looking as instinctive as ever, a little bit more, wizened along here in his career and what he's looking for and what he can kind of jump on and look comfortable out there on the outside. which I thought was very important. But Emmanwori is going to be legitimate. All the draft picks we got of this last draft coming out of this camp, this is a guy to me that's got as much chance right now to be the difference maker type of guy. And it was so cool to see him out there just doing what he was doing. I mean, so comfortable for a rookie. Just at the start of training camp, just in the beginning of padded practices, you're already going like that. It's funny. We thought Emmanwori had a little work ethic. Well, I mean, that was not, at least I didn't hear too much, and thank you for the dono, man. I appreciate it. I didn't hear too much about a lack of work ethic with him. It was more about the buy-in, which was really just the small question, which it came out of that quote from the guy, the Packer journalist that runs the quote, the anonymous quotes every year from the scouts and whatnot. So, take it with a grain of salt on who said it and whether or not really there was anything to it. But it was just that it was the quote of if he buys into it, if he buys into what you're telling him, if you got him bought into your process, then he'll go out there and he'll go save the world for you. And if he doesn't, and if you have him a little bit more in a position of being like, I'm not feeling it, then he's going to go out there and burn the world down. And then, if you're not, and I think having a guy that's as smart as Mike McDonald on this, probably helps out quite a bit to making that happen.